Hi everyone, again another show of Odoo Insider. Today we are going to discover the questions that you have and I will try to answer them. As usual, I have a few questions in my list in case you are a bit shy and you don't dare to ask your questions on YouTube or LinkedIn. We can start right away. Next week I think we'll have Emanuele that will join us for a technical session. I don't know what we are going to cook for that moment, but it will be like, of course, as usual, more like 2 hours of API discussion of the ORM of Odoo, of Python, a bit of JavaScript as well. So you decide also the questions you want to ask for that session, prepare everything, and we'll discuss that together with Emi, so Emanuele. Okay, that is for the format and the agenda. We can dive directly into the question. Maybe just before we do that, a quick one. As usual, I'm going to drive you to the Odoo Experience website. You know, it's the biggest event that we organize every year, and that's the place where we expect to meet you. So if you are there, and if you think you have a few minutes, that would be super cool to share a drink, to discuss Odoo things, or non-Odoo related things during the event. It's an excellent one. Every time that I have a call with a partner, I'm asking, hey, will I have the chance to meet you, to see you for real? It's a really cool event, so go there. Lots of things that we add every year. Lots of people that are not even related to the Odoo world. There will be a few extra events, so I cannot say anything more than you need to be there. All right, that being said, let me check if we have a few questions. If we don't, I will dive into the ones that we had from last time. I remember one that we had from the meeting with Winon, that was this one. If we have a look, it was someone that was asking how to make a flat discount amount on the invoice. And at the same time I'm reading, I see that today I'm together in the studio with Gauthier. That is not with his mic, but it's okay. It's not mandatory.
Hello, hello.
That is already showing me the first question. I will come back to mine after. I think the priority should go to the ones that you asked on the live. Saying, hello, we sell t-shirts. Is it possible to charge the customer an extra amount for a specific size based on a percentage? We only found extra amounts in attributes. It is true. It's only extra amounts. So if you want to have a percentage, it would be more something that is a bit different. I can show you that. But then it won't be... if I really want to be specific, it won't be linked to the attribute, but to a series of products that share the same attribute. So we can have a look at the use case that you have at the moment. So I'm going to create here, that's a classic. I think that if we go on demo.odoo.com, you are going to find a few products that are called t-shirt or jeans or things like that, because for the variance discussion, it's always on one that we use. Hey, that is fun. Usually, I have very, very often the variance installed, and I see that here, I didn't even use it. Okay. So I've been having lots of demos with you guys for several weeks without variance. That is crazy. Usually we need that after 1 or 2 questions. I'm styling that right now. We see it will be loading. All right, we go to the product. I had my t-shirt. Where is it? Yes, it is here. I'm going to do as you did. I'm going to add the classic color as well. So blue, green, black, for example. And then the size is, yes. And there we have, no, we have the thing. So S, M, L, XL. So if you know how the variants work, you know that here it will generate all the potential combinations with the value. So it's 3 times 4, so that's why we have 12 variants. And if you say, okay, I would like to have an extra cost on a few of them, where is it located? So we said XL for the sake of the exercise. You could have those 2 or those 3 because we had 3 colors. Yes, correct. So you could go there, you could change the cost, but of course you cannot do it from here if I remember well. You can enter there and change it over here. But let's say that this one, it's twice the it's the cost. Sorry. Let's say, yeah, the sale price. It's not something that you can change. Not from here though. What you can do is, as you were mentioning on your question, you have the possibility to configure here and say, okay, not the colors. Right here, we can say that XL they should have an extra price. That would be it. And if I go there, although I know it's not the answer you expect, you have here, you see, an extra price. So that's why here it's 2 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 1, and so that is it. But if you say, yeah, the issue with that one is that you have an extra price. That first, I suppose that's your question because you wanted a percentage. Here you have a flat amount. So either you make the computation yourself and you will find the flat amount that matches the percentage. Another thing is that maybe sometimes you will say, yeah, but I want, I'm interested in the black XL because the other ones I would like to have them just with the same cost. Here it's working for all the XL, not only one. Another possibility that we can explore together is the price list system, and have a look at here a specific XL price. Because I know that there's a possibility of aiming at a specific product. So before it was not only product but product variants. Let me check that. I'm curious. Yeah, I will check. So we have the t-shirt. Okay, but it's only after that we can select the variant. And so if we want to have one for the black here, and I'm saying, okay, I would like to have extra cost. I could say minus 10% on the sale price. This would be the default. We can try this one and have another value here that would be for all the products, and that is just like select a formula, select the sales price. Oops. Let's work it that way, and let's have a look at how it would look like in a sale order now if I'm to select this one. So I'm taking my t-shirt, the black one. So you go here and you know that because of the selection I made, here there's a +1 amount. Yeah, it's kind of ignoring the thing that I have. Yes, I'm going to change that and see if it's just the configuration that makes the amount here being higher. I'm going to make a second try. So if I'm taking the XL one, no, I need to select t-shirt here and then go for XL again. Yeah, it's that one. That's unfortunate. But no, I'm stupid. I'm not with the right price list. Let's try with the other price list now. Okay, right there. Still no change. No, it's good. It's the black one. Okay, you see here, there you have a difference. So green or black, you have the price that changes. So if it's a matter of percentage, you could do that. Here I had to aim specifically at one product, but on your side, if you say, yeah, but I would like it for all the black, all the XL products, you could do that and say, okay, but then we managed one, we need to manage the others, like here. I don't know if we can select several variants. Let's try. No, it's only one variant, so that would need to be different rules per variant. So here we'd have the same with the blue one, blue and black XL would be giving you that result. So let's go again here, t-shirt, blue, yeah, but XL, blue, yeah, so blue 110, green 1, black 110. So that is working. That's one way of doing if you want to have percentages instead of flat amount. I think that works. So first one is already good. We can have a look at another question. And I like your name, by the way. Do you see the reference to Trollololo? Yes? All right. It's an old thing. Okay, question. Is it possible to give a specific price based on a unit? Special price for unit pack different than for pair? Depends in which version, because that is maybe something that is important. We change the way this works between two different versions of Odoo. So I'm going to illustrate that here. If you go on V18, I think I'm on a V18 here. We made a change in V18.1 or .2, so that's why I wanted to illustrate that. We discussed that several times during the show. But as I know, not that I need to repeat, but I don't always have exactly the same viewers, so that's why we're going to check that here. I'm on version 18 on this one. I'm on 18.4 right here. And if you go and have a look at the unit of measures, I have them. I don't here, so I'm going to install that. I guess I don't have them. Unit, volume, blah, blah, blah. Unit of measures and packaging, yes. I'm going to save this one here, and here I suppose I already have them. Yes, unit of measures. Okay, you'll see it's going to be different in terms of screens, and that is good. That's what we want to illustrate. Unit and packaging. So you see here V18, here V18.4, and already .2, as I was saying, it's different, where we merged units and the notion of packaging, while here it was just the unit of measure on one side and packaging on another one. So if you say, I would like to have different prices based on the unit and packaging, that would be, I don't think it's possible based on the packaging. I think it's possible based on the quantity, but not on packaging. It's a discussion I had with a colleague a few times ago, a few days ago. Yes, so we don't have it here. We can have a quick check. For example, we can check. You see, we have units and packs of 6. So we can work with the t-shirts and have a look at that in V18.4, because V19 will be based on 18.4. So I will try with this one first. If I create a new quote and we say again, my t-shirt, I can take this one, that's all right. And if I'm saying, here it's only units. Okay, and if I'm saying 6 units, Do I have the choice? No. It's always in units because I suppose on my product I'm forcing it, and maybe need to refresh this one as well. Yes, per unit. Yeah. It kind of, you see here, it forces you to have different products in a way. So you would have a t-shirt, and a pack of t-shirt would be a pack of 6, where you would have 6 units. Because here, you see you only have 1 over there. I don't think that you can change it from here either. Nope. I know on the purchase side it's different, because different vendors can have, do we have unit of measure somewhere? Different vendors can have anyway, yes, different units. You see, so I could have a vendor that is here. This one, they sell it by the unit, while this one, they would sell it by the packs of 6. And then here it would be, let's say, 0.5. And here, 1 pack of 6 would be 2.5. So a bit of extra discount with the second one would work. But on the sales side, I wonder if that would be something you can do from here. I don't think so. If I have a look at, and you cannot select several ones, it's either one or the other, and then it's telling you you cannot change. So I will keep it units. And if I want to have this, I don't even think you can change it on the price list. So if I go there, I'm going to reuse a specific price. You see, if I'm going here and I'm saying t-shirt, I can select a variant, but you see here you have a fixed price and it's per unit. It's not per anything else than unit, and you cannot change that. If I go back and I create a pack of t-shirts, oops, and going here, pack of 6, and so I will make it a bit cheaper, as I said. And again, could be using a few attributes here as well. Going to use the same. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's imagine that you would have the same t-shirts in the pack. That's a bet I'm making here. Yes, still a cost. We can go back to the price lists, go here and say that for my pack of t-shirts, all variants, then I would have a different price. And then you see, if I say a fixed price, you see again, it goes and fetches the unit of measure that we had there. Yes, so I don't think there's no other place where we would see it, and so it would be all the time on the unit of measure that you have there. So if you want to have this, it would be different products, and in a way it makes sense, because if you, I'm always taking the same example for those kind of discussions. If you go to the supermarket and you want to buy some cans of Coca-Cola, the unit that you have, or the scan that you have on the can, is not the same as the one that you have on the 6-pack. So that would be the same here. It's a different product, referenced differently, stored differently, also in your stock. So that should be a different product, managed also in a different way. So that's maybe more like what you should, that direction you should go. I have another question in French, but I can translate it in English, from Jonas Gnangbi, that is saying, okay, bonjour, hello, is it version 19? It's not version 19, it's close to version 19, but if you have a look at the different versions that we have, maybe I can go on the run, but for that, you see, what we say is that we always support the last 3 LTS versions. We are going to change that. Well, we did change that contractually a few weeks ago. There was a bit of noise about that on LinkedIn. You see that here version 16 is the first version that you will find in the stack. Then you have 17, then 18, which are the LTS, so long-term support version, the ones that you will find only on-premise and on Odoo SH. And then you have these ones, the intermediate version between 18 and the master, which is the future 19, that are the ones that are available on the SaaS as well. At the moment, on the SaaS, I think that we try to push all the people in 18.2 and 18.3 to move to 18.4. So those intermediate versions, people stay really a small amount of time on those ones. We try to push them after that to this one, then to this one, then they will go to version 19. But as you can see, my version on my side is this one, very close to the next version that is going to be version 19 in something like 1 month and 4 days. So that is very, very close. There won't be, I think, 18.4.5. We don't have the time for that. And so if you check this one, it's close to what will be version 19, but you will have tons of new things in version 19. You can test already what we merged in the master, so that's a good thing. We do it from time to time. Right here, there's one of the features that I really like, that I've seen, because we get asked that in pre-sales all the time at Odoo. I'm going to give you an example. I don't know if it's merged already, so it's going to be a discovery for me in the sales application. Yeah, I'm going there. It's not going. Okay. If we go here, I think I've seen something nice related to the fact that we could show or hide things in a section. I'm going to try it. I don't know how it works. Okay. And then I'm going to add another thing right here. Another one, something like okay. And then I'm going to add another section, second section. Right there. And in fact, you can say hide prices or hide composition. So you can say that's what's new. You can say that you would like to hide the things that you have below, and you see it grays. It's grayed. I'm going to make a quick, let's say, a quick print so that you can see the difference between the first and the second section. If you go here and print, and that if first time I'm testing it, so I'm not sure. Yeah. It's working. You see that is what you have. Let me check. You have first section, you have it here, and then you see just second section with the complete amount here, so that you have a subtotal there and the subtotal as well, but shown as a complete price. It allows you what? It allows to have a detail in the line that is going to make Odoo work in a specific way in your software, but what you want to report to your client and show, it will be just what to decide here to show. If you do it there, I guess you need to change also, well, not I guess, I hope we did it so. You need to change also the portal. So this one is quite cool actually, because it allows you to have more layouts that you can achieve, and we have a lot of people in the small and medium businesses that want to hide the details because they say, okay, I just want them to have a second section, well, see the amounts and a small note that has nothing to do with the product catalog that I'm using. So that's what we have here. Okay, so that's for version 19. It's not even there in version 18.4. That's what I wanted to show, and how we can test a few features. I know this one because I've been demonstrated this. One of my colleagues told me, hey, have you seen that new feature in version 19? While like 3 days before, I was answering a client that was saying, I wanted this. So it's really really nice to see those kind of features coming. It's just a small one that we have there. We can try also maybe the portal just to have a look. So if I go and retake this one, where is it? In fact, yeah, I see here the time I was telling you about this, I'm already the fourth sale order, so lots of people are testing at the moment. If I click on preview, I suppose it will be the same online. Yeah, you see exactly the same. So that means for those of you that configured and changed a lot of views in the sales application, you can be sure that you will have a bit of refactoring on your side, because that means a bit of change usually during the upgrade, because I would be surprised that the view is exactly the same. So a bit of work expected there during the upgrade. All right, moving to another question from Christian Marcheseu. How to add a downloadable file in the product website page when you add the product in the cart using Studio. I see how to add the field in the product database, but not on the web page. I don't know if that's easy. Let's have a look. So a downloadable file like a PDF, I would guess. Let's see how easy it is to accomplish. I'm going to close all the other ones that we have here. I don't know if that's possible, but it's true that it's something that honestly we can say, yeah, it should be doable. So let's have a look at that. Let's go on a shop, let's select a product, and let's see if I can make something here downloadable. I'm thinking about something. It's stupid, but you could add any button that references the product that you want to download, that PDF. So maybe it's not through drag and drop, but because I don't think that you have something like here where you can say, let's share a file, text chart, progress bar, badge. I'm checking at the same time. Countdown, embedded code, blah blah blah, donation, add to cart, newsletter, discussion group. Okay, because in fact, when you think about that, a simple button. Yeah, I will need to add it here. Okay, I'm going to move some text and then a button. Right there, good. So a simple button like this one, you can change the link it references to, and so I could say, okay, what interests me is the click of that button should download something. Like I could go there and say, okay, download product brochure, something like this. All right. I'll be saving this one, but maybe before I'm going to add a new thing in my document. So I'm going there in my documents. I'm going to move an image over there. Let me try to find one. Or I can move a PDF because I think that it's easier with an image than with a PDF. So let's go directly with something that is a bit more complicated. Let me check the PDF that I have here. Yeah, it's the default header that we used. So I'm moving something like here. Drop files here. Good. Maybe I will go in a different place. Sign or products, even better. Okay, can I? Yes. So there I have my PDF. This one, I wonder if I cannot make it public. If not from here, then you have a share link, and you can say that anyone with the link can view. And I'm going to save this one and copy the link. And I just want to check that at the same time with you. Yes, I can download the file, but what bothers me is that it goes through a different thing here. Okay, I don't like it too much because it makes me go through intermediate screen where I will say to download or to preview. That's maybe something that you want. So the end goal, which is making it possible to download something, it works, but it's true it goes through an intermediate thing here, so we don't want that. All right. I'm checking if there's another way we can do that. So here the share link I was showing is indirect. Do we have something else? Because I guess that this one will be the same. It's going to be the same link, I suppose. Yes. All right. Speed PDF, blah 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 blah. Okay. Share the same. Okay, I'm going to try something else because that is the document view. Do we have something like the attachment view with the same document was header something? Yes, that must be the one. Okay, we have this. What I can check is to make this a public document. Okay, but it's okay. Let's continue. We have the base that is here. And there's something really specific that is the URL that it has. So can I have? Nope. And there's the one place somewhere where we have the stored file name. No, it's not that. There's a place where we have, or at least we used to have that. Some kind of URL that we could use so that we could get the file, but I forgot the name of this field, so I need to look a bit for it. So what do we have? Attachment. That's one attachment URL. That's maybe that. Let me check. So can I access this as it's public right here? So we had this link first, then we have this one. Let's see if reusing the base URL over there, that would work. Yes, okay, it downloads it directly. So that you can do. It's a bit a nightmare, to be honest, because it's a bit longer, but it works. So if you want people to be able to download that, what you can do, I'm going to create the link together with you. We go here, and So where is, yeah, I'm being silly here. Banner, box, button, animation, no, don't link an animation, but it's just the link that we want on it. Add a link, yes. Okay, cool, but edit the link. It's not this one I want, it's this one, and I don't even need, in fact, the first part. It's okay, it's a relative link that should work. I will open it in a new window. Let's try, let's save. All right, and that's working, it's downloading my file. Super cool, this works. I'm happy to see this works. So you have two different choices, Christian. Either the second way, but it requires a bit of extra work, because I had to make the document public and then make the link available. That way, you can automate that. If you have lots of pages and you say, yeah, but I don't want to have that kind of thing, you could reuse, have a button where you reuse that information is coming from the product and ask to download that file that is there. That would be slightly different, I suppose, because wait a second, I'm going to come with a third solution, but again a bit different. I will quickly mention the first one that I created, which was using the Documents app, but it goes through an intermediate platform, like the document system that we have, allowing to download or preview. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. It really depends on the use case. So your case can be answered that way or the second way I was showing here. But it's true that for entering this, you need to know the link. I'm checking if we can automate that. I'm doing it, and we'll see if there's a solution for this. If you go there and let's imagine you want to create a new thing for the general information, I will put it here. Some binary stuff. Where is it? Yeah, image or file. Yeah, file. All right. I'll call it download file, so that we will know it's Xstudio download file. And I can re-add the same header thing. Okay, good. And what we can do when we show that kind of product, I'm going to publish it so that we can see it. We could work in a way and say, okay, if there is a header file, if there is a file here, let's create a link to download it. But the issue that I have is that this one, it's directly embedded in the product and it's not added as an attachment. So that is going to be a bit more complicated, because I think you would need to create a button that would have the information in base 64, but I'm not even sure it's possible to do that. We have the thing with the images as well, but that's working only for the images. At the same time, I'm thinking if you can use the e-commerce media here, where you can add URLs also, but we can try that. I'm going to try a quick file like this one. Okay, do we have the logo with the URL? Yes. Okay. Copy image URL. Because if we do that, I think it's not allowing even. Yeah, it's the local one. I don't care. We need to try to find something new. All right. Let's download here. Do we have an image somewhere? It's SVG. Yeah, the logo. Yeah, this one is not great, of course. Okay. You got my point. The idea is to take the file somewhere. But I see there's a token, so I'm not sure it would be doable. No, it's good. So would that work? Yeah. All right. If you do this, you would have it in your media, Yes. Okay, this is not working. The second possibility would be better. I wonder if there's something that was done on the apps platform to help you do this. I don't think I will find something really good. OneDrive integration download file. What is it doing? It's in the report. I don't think it's related to the website. I can quickly have a look at if there seems to be something related to the website. What do we need? No, it's just web, so it's not going to be related to the website. Custom download file, yes. Okay, attachment view. So now it's not really related to that. I'm going to say download again. Otherwise, if that is not an answer, we'll have to stick to the second solution. So download and checking on one specific category, because here you see if I just say download, then we have lots of pages. I don't want to have a look at all the modules, so I'm going to make a filter as soon as this is ready. I'm making a filter on the categories. And it looks like it doesn't want to, so retrying. Okay. Yeah, all right. The thing that we have here is that I wonder if we don't kind of preload a bit too much. I'm going to make the opposite. I'm going to go in the categories first and then look for the information I need. So website, then download. Hopefully it works with both filters. Yes, all right. Product attachments. Yes, at websites. So there seems to be something for this. Here you can watch a video. Yes, you will have attachments, so that one would work as well. Okay, where is it shown? All right, and you have this. It's a pity because that's the kind of feature that I completely understand why you would use. I can reach the same result, but with something that is a bit more different in terms of creation of binaries. I'm just quickly thinking because I really I'm astonished that's the kind of thing that we don't have. But when I have a look at the medias videos or things like that, let me check if I have another example on my side that I could use in terms of file. Yes, I mostly have PDFs of things like that. I'm checking here because I see I also have a video, and I think that's a keynote speech of Fabien, yes, of a few years ago. But it would be also just a video and not a PDF, because of it, taking a PDF, then yeah, it's not going to accept it. Yeah, so XML file would be the same. So if you have different files than just a media file, that won't work. So and this one, it would be a bit more complicated to go and fetch. Yes, I'm going to make another try. Just curious about what we do have now in the attachments. Right there, because since I added this one, the header, I think, yeah, this one is really the one that we had from the first try. And there's no link directly, so I would need to fetch this information. So honestly, I think it would be better off trying this one. It's not that expensive. Or the two other solutions that I have, if you really want to stay standard, because it's not that expensive, but there you would need Odoo SH, because I don't think we have another solution than this one. I'm going to copy paste it simply because I want to double check that after. All right. Another question now from Teu Mohamed: how to configure in Odoo a bill of material or a manufacturing process where only the quantity of raw material is known from the start, and where the quantities of finished product are given only at the end of the production. Okay, and then a lot of different numbers for the manufacturing order and the raw materials that we have. We can give it a try. I think that what you want is doable. So do I have manufacturing? Yes. There are a few settings that you can get in terms of the products. I'm going to add by products, the product that you quantity that you want to use. If I remember well, you can say if it is I'm on a V18 there. I switched the database, sorry. I'm going back on this one. If it's something that, for which the quantity is fixed or if it's not. So, work order, subcontracting, shop floor, blah, 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 blah. Buy products again, quality, notification, and log, barcode, timer. Okay, I can go there. I'm validating this. We can have a look at the bill of materials. So let's create a bomb product 2. Or we can go back. I think I created another one last time. Weird. It's maybe a matter of branch. Yes. Bomb product 2 here. Raw material. There's something where we can say, is it here if the consumption... Oh. Thanks a lot. If the consumption is going to be manual or not. If it's not here, it will be on my manufacturing order. Flexible consumption. You see, I will say allowed. And we are going to try this. So we have, I would say, 5 units usually. And we'll see what happens. All right, here, bomb product 2. Consume, you see that's what it gives you. Initially it will be for 1, but maybe I can get 2 out of it, who knows. We'll see that. You confirm, then you can say how much you have consumed here. Maybe on your side you say, no, my consumption is always the same. Okay, I will say 5. And then here can we say 2? And you say here to consume, you're going to say 5. Because in fact, you take it the other way around. You make that number bigger by and keeping this one the same. And we'll see if I can keep just 5 with this time twice as many quantities produced there. And yes, you can have 2 to 5 while it should be 1 to 5. So it can go both directions. You produce more or you consume more. Both will work. Of course, here I do it with full units, but if you work with bags or quantities like that, that should work. That should work as well. I don't know if that is already something that you tried, because this one, it's not a configuration that is very, very long, and I think it was there already. I'm going to try very, very quickly here in the bill of material on V18, but I think it was already there, so I'm going to produce a wireless keyboard with that communication module. Let's say I need 3, and you see it's some kilometers. I don't know why. It must be from previous test, but anyway, it doesn't matter so much what we have here. I'm going to say that now I want to produce this one. In operations, I'm creating a new one. Yeah, I have 2. Bill of material here, I suppose that's the right one, yes. And you can go add, confirm. Weird. It didn't add this one. That's maybe because it's not. It's a service. Yeah, it's a service. That's why. Okay. I will select the graphics card. It doesn't make any sense, but let's go. Let's create a new one. It was this one. Okay. Then I have the graphics card, and I could say 2. It will allow it to go back to 2, but I can force to 1. And confirm 8 saying 1, so that's okay, and you have the quantity here, but wait, because it's not exactly the same here. I see quantity, okay, 1, yeah, no back order, and you could have the same result if you want. It's the interface changed a bit, but you could have those kind of changes, and I wonder if you cannot. Yeah, also you can. That's something that maybe we don't use that much, but you can create products that don't have a bill of material. Even like here, product. I'm going to create an iPad Mini, and I'm going to give it a few products that should be part of that iPad Mini, and there, even without a bill of material, I can create stuff. And if there's no bill of material, there's no unit quantity that you can force. So you see here, as there's no link to tell you what should be the ratio between the finished product and the components. That's an extra step, but then you don't use bill of materials. I'm saying, okay, in fact, in order to build that iPad mini, I can create 3 of them out of those 2 items, but it could be 4, 4, it could be 5, and you see things here are not moving. I'm going back to 4 and confirming, and here I could say, but in the end I made 5. It's going to adapt, but you can, I suppose, change it yourself. Yeah, that is it. Let's continue the move. Yeah, and then you see I could force the fact that initially it was 4, I could create 5, and I change the quantity. So already in version 18, that is working fine. I don't know if that's exactly what you needed, but to me it looks like that's something correct. I have another question on LinkedIn that is from Nima Films. I have a customer, he has 18.3 online. Some products have prices in e-commerce, some need to be asked for price, but the button forwards to contact us, but we don't see which product was asked. Ah, good one. I can have a look at that. That's I understand why you would like that. Thanks. Let me check. So we have that's a setup. I'm going to redo it for people that don't know it exactly. Website, here it is. There's a button where we can say prevent sales of zero price product, and you see it redirects to the button URL that you have here. Can we give some information over there? Unless you have 1 per product. Okay, let's have a look at that. It's going to be fun. Alright, so let's see if this one, there must be some notion here about the field that it is website prevents zero sale price. Okay, I wonder in the views where we get that information. Only in the config settings. Okay, let's make another test. Let's close this one. Let's go on the website and let's see what we do have when there's a product that has a zero price. Let's first put a product with a zero price. Okay, products. Let's say, let's create a new one. Zero price product. Alright, 0. And we, nope. We are going to show it so that it's visible for anyone on the website, and if I'm reusing my secret guy over there, he can see it. Okay, contact us. Good. We have a subject. That's what I wanted to see. You may not see it because it's maybe small on your screen, but bottom left you see the URL and you see that subject is the product. So here, at least at the moment where I'm loading this, I have the product information. I wonder if we could be giving more information than this. Let me check, because it's subject. Okay, subject, is it the field that is called subject? Because otherwise we can maybe have a other hidden field. Let me check that one. Subject is here. Nope, it's just the content that says subject, so it's not even an ID or something like that. So I suppose that there, or it's subject is here. Good. We have the name, so that's how Odoo does. We have the input ID, very good, and then we have the input name that says subject, and so that's how Odoo know how it needs to be injected there. So what I can try is, I don't know if it will work, change this to have a product field. That product field, or any field, give it the same information as the subject, but we hide it because of subject. The thing is that people can change information, so it won't work. So you cannot rely on this one. We could be trying to store the same information at the loading of the screen, so that we put it somewhere that the user cannot change. So that when he asks a question, we know it's about that product. And it would be coming from the same information, because there we would capture it the same way from here. And so we will need also to potentially impact that link. So two operations that we need to perform here. That one right there. Let's see first if I can easily create a hidden field that would contain the same information. Okay, in order to do that, I will need to go over there. So if I click here, I'm going to the contact us. Can I create a new hidden field? That would be right here. We can create another one, right? Yes, field. I'm going to create a new one. Oops, custom text. Good. Let's say product. Visibility hidden. And the thing is that I will need to know its name after that. Required default value placeholder. We could have some information there, but no. Okay, it's not a problem. Let's keep it that way. And let's see if I can make use of that. Okay, so you see it's there, but it's hidden, so I can recheck it. Contact 5. Then I have my field, it's here, form hidden, data type char. Okay, what do we have? We have the input, and the input name is product. So I could be using that and see if I unhide it, if I could give the information. So now I need to find another thing, which is where is that subject equals 0? Will I find something like this subject? There? Nope. But it's on the product form, so I'm going to find other places where we have the terms and condition there, but I think it's maybe not the same part of the view. What do we have there that I could use? Contact us wrapper. Would that be working? Let's try contact us wrapper. Contact us wrapper. Yes, product, good. Contact us wrapper, it's there. Okay, data URL. Ah, so we are going to put this contact us button URL. Okay, I suppose that this is coming from the website configuration itself, because you could have different ones per website. So let's go into the website configuration itself. Not there, but from websites over here. Maybe I can group by zero price something. There must be something there. Yes, hide. Okay, that's the hide, but I need not the hide, but the URL. Okay, what do we have? Default language, blah 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 blah. Contact us button URL. Yes, okay. So that's what it fetches. So that's how it's going to build it. And then, yeah, it's just taking that, but it adds some extra information to it, because it's not only just a contact us. Let me check again. I'm making that bigger. Okay. So yeah. But it's funny because it's going to not only use that href thing, but it's going to add some extra information. Where is it done? Because I don't know if it's done here or if it's done with a bit of extra code in the module that contains that view. So it's a website sale view. So we can have a look at that, because it sounds weird that we don't have it directly there. So different ways of doing that. Contact us button URL. I hope we don't have, no, there's no JavaScript around this thing. But that's a, yeah, button one. Okay. It's a related here, and then it's default underscore contact us. Very good. It doesn't look like there's much more to say. Template, we get that information there. It doesn't look like we add extra stuff. Sale comparison, sale wish list, sale. I'm curious about how we do add some extra information there, because let's be honest, that's what we do, right? It's contact us to. Let's retry it here. Okay, let's go back there. There we go. Yeah, contact us to. So it's really that same view, but it contains. Oops, sorry for the changes on your screen. It contains some extra information through that notion of contact us wrapper, where we go here and we change information. I was looking with that information. I'm going to look with this one for some JavaScript, because I wonder if it's not through this idea that we are going to find information. Yes, okay. All right, here I see we have something with contact us button. Okay, we remove classes, so that's all we do. Not much. Okay, it's just about. It's nothing more than just doing this. There's no subject thing that we add. No. So I will keep this one on one side, and I'm curious about some extra subject that we may have. Of course, there I have a lot, so let's try for QAB views. Contact us here, okay. Form. Okay. Alright, it's not very important. That's a default form view. We have the contact us, but of course it contains subject. That's the name of the place here. It's required. It's a really it's strange. It's strange. No, it's not strange. There's always an explanation. But I wonder how it redoes here that link. Do we have an inherited view? That maybe that. Alternative product, no ecom extra field. I doubt it. No, nope. Search bar, that would be quite astonishing. No, it's not that as well. Discussion rating, I can have a look, but no, okay. What else can we look for? Yes, it's not that anymore. Contact us here. There's that contact us wrapper that I can have a look at as well. So this one we had a look. There was nothing that was really interesting there. No, it's only that place again. Okay, if combination info. Alright. Yes, let me check if there's not something different than what I'm showing at the moment. So let's go here and show clearly that field, but I guess I won't have any surprise there. Contact us button URL, and it's going to show me the contact us without that extra information, and I couldn't put some subject information inside. So it looks like I'm a bit stuck on impacting the URL, but I don't like to be stuck that way because it's stupid. There's something where the URL here is fixed, but somehow it gets changed after. It gets changed, but not through the context swapper. At least not in JavaScript. What else could we have? Because I really think that that way of changing the URL could be working. There's nothing more than this. Contact us button, combination, blah blah, and there's no subject thing here. Subject, nope. And can we have a look at maybe here the word website sale subject in there, and then check on the JavaScript files just to see if that's something that we do change. It's in the tour, so we don't care so much. Okay. Is that it? No, it's this website sale template. That's for a mail, so it's nothing related to the subject we have. No, so it doesn't look like we use that notion of subject at any moment inside the website sale. Could it be just the website application? But that's going to be way more massive. Send mail. If we go for JavaScript. Yeah, I'm looking for a place where we are going to change on some buttons the subject without it being visible in the view, because obviously I don't see it in the view here, so that's quite tricky. I don't see it in the view here because that value is the one that we have directly on, let me check, the product page, but however that URL gets supplemented with some extra information, and that extra information I suppose is at the loading of the page, since we receive some information from the product, but it's not coming from here, it's not coming from the product itself, it's not coming from an inherited view. I'm just checking here because I see a few things. No, it's search box. Okay, it doesn't look like it would be linked to this. Search model, no. So my way of thinking around this, but I may be wrong because I've never had to change that, is to find information around there where we are going, and I'm looking at ID stuff because usually that's a good starting point. Places around there where we would change this contact us button URL. And two ways to look for that, either through the subject, because we know that we are going to add some subject information. Here I'm not going to look at those files because you see they contain test, and usually that's really typical testing things. No, I would suppose, and maybe it is done in JavaScript at some point. But I didn't see anything in the website sale, which is the module it's coming from, or other places. There are a few other tests we can perform, but it's maybe going to take a bit of time. So I'm not sure it would be smart to do that. There we have this form builder here. Could that be this? No, no, subject, no. Let's try here on the XML, but I guess it won't be good. Some whitelist in the form builder, but no, it's at the moment where we create the link, so it's not going to be there. Snippets share. So, okay. I don't have it here. Otherwise, a possibility is to do it and redirect to a form where you are going to use some product information. So instead of using the generic form that you have here, you could create your own form and redirect it to the product itself. That's a possibility. Where you would say maybe not send an email, but no, it would be a product creation. No, I had an idea, but it doesn't seem to work. I see that on YouTube somebody commented saying you can do it directly in the fields when you edit the website. What I could be doing, in fact, because I've been trying to find something here that is how to impact the URL. I could impact it even more. In fact, I should have maybe changed that and saying, okay, apparently I don't know how Odoo is going to recreate that URL thing here. I could do maybe that differently and say, in fact, you know what? Let's not reuse that URL. We know it's always contact us, but So we would be doing that. I'm checking if that would be working. So we need so contact us, and we could be complementing that with, as we said, subject, and we have the name of let me check that, of the product.name. I guess we have the access to the product something here. All product, yes, we have product, so product.name should work. And we would add also after that, and maybe it's an ampersand, so that should maybe be written that way. And then we say it would be subject, so we say product, and we would say this product.id or product.name again. That would work. Well, that would work. We'll see if that works. I will discard this one. Let's go back to my e-commerce, not here, shop over there. Maybe, yeah, okay, I have it's fun because I see here it's the links are the same, so it goes for while I changed it really goes for I changed JavaScript, this one, because it looks like it's rewritten afterward. I'm going to extract it, so it's putting us in a direction. I'm going to put it there, and let's see what it does. And then yes, okay. So what I was saying, so assumption was correct. So Odoo seems to be reworking this after it is shown. I need more time to find, I guess we have other questions in the meantime, but I will need more time to find exactly where Odoo does it so that we know, okay, what do we have in terms of tools if we want to stay close to the standard. This one would be a bit different because in the end it would be, yeah, it doesn't like it the way I'm writing it. Wait a sec, it's too small otherwise. And product, yeah, it doesn't like the way I write it, but it's not, it's problematic because that's the way I would like to have it. Product, I would need an equal anyway, but he won't like that. He's expecting this. I'm going to put it that way, even though it's not correct. We'll find another way after. So here, so that we get the information we have there directly in my product field, that would be hidden, and then I would be able to get that information. So long story short, need to find how to rewrite that, or you create your own URL where you will find information here about the product. And maybe I can even do it faster again. I don't like to abandon, so that's maybe how I could do it faster if I want to test it. Okay, so no more subjects, but do we have here the hidden one? Why is it the hidden one? It's here, it's hidden. Input text product over there. Ouais, I've seen the YouTube answer, but I don't know if that is the one that I like. So here, just checking if we can make it visible again instead of having it hidden and receiving information. But anyway, I think I will switch to the next one. Here it is. Yeah, and anyway, here it didn't take it in the product, although the name product was given, so it's a bit more complex than that. But it's the way to do it. I just a few things are missing here in terms of finding contact us wrapper. I'm going to copy paste that one because I'm really curious and I don't like not to know. I know that a few things have been said on the chat on the solution, but I'm trying to find a solution that remains close to standard. Like you reuse the notion of having that field and button existing, and you go to a form. You could change the form that you want to create. It could be a form on something else. Since the button decides where it's going to lead you, you can link it to another form, and a form that would be your own, where you get the information that you want, but nevertheless you need still to send information from one place to another, and usually it is done through that the parameters you give in the URL. Now if you put it in another form, I could have done a faster way. That is, I'm thinking about that right now. You can get also the parameters in a URL through a session get, so you could do that way. I'm going to again show a few things in the I think it's a request that we have available. I've adopted now view type for QWeb. There are a few places where we have this, and maybe not HTTP, but we have a few places where we have parameters get. Should maybe go for params instead. Yeah, and in the parameters that we get, I'm checking if I can find one that makes sense. Yes. If you get the parameter here, in fact, you can put it itself directly into as a name. You can find the product. So that would maybe be the best, in fact, so that you don't change anything but add a bit of code. So to summarize this from the code that you have here, you see in the parameters you have subject equals 0 price product. So that's the name of the product. You have it as a variable here. You reuse that to find the right product and add it in the field. That would be even better. In fact, it's a shame that the first solution doesn't work directly, but I'm very curious about how we overwrite that link. But that one should be working as well. Get it back. So params get and then the name of the parameter that here is subject. That would work as well. All right, I've seen that you have been helping each other, guys, on the chat. Very good. I'm not always paying attention to it. I've got here telling me, hey, people are talking on the chat, but I'm so into my thing that I know I need to continue looking for the information. And I must say, there's also something else that maybe you don't realize. I'm interested in your answers and in your questions. So I always want to go and to try to find by myself, even if I struggle a little bit. So that's also the gist of the thing. Okay, I see that we have another question, I think. So Monirul Islam saying, can I design my own delivery receipt invoice, or do I have to use a preferred design from Odoo? Good question. It depends on your skills, I would say, because what you do have in terms of possibility, you have different levels, and it all depends on your skill. It could be an invoice, or it could be any PDF document generated by Odoo, but you know that those PDFs can be slightly altered by going to the reports. You select the report and you can change a few things over there. Although this is a first step where you can change colors, bold, fonts, a few things like those ones. Changing completely the document would require you to have a look at this, to have a look at how the document is structured in terms of XML and how that XML impacts the right-hand side that you have over there. So giving an example, always the same one I'm giving, as usual, you see here you have order number something, or you have quotation number something. And this one, you see what I'm highlighting here on the left side, it is really what we have here, quotation number something. And why do we have that? That's because the state is in draft or in sent, otherwise we would say order. Okay, so this, what I'm highlighting here, manages the title of the document. Then we have this, it manages what we have here, the quotation, the issued date, order date, or quotation date, the expiration date, the salesperson. So that's what you have over there that I'm highlighting now. And then you go into this part that is the header of the table. So that is just that part. And then you have the table itself with all the information. I'm explaining this just to say there is a logic way of creating a PDF document, which is having XML, so very, very close to HTML, with the addition of our QWeb system, so Python in XML if you like. And that Python relies on the ORM, and we fetch the information we want from Odoo, and we display it inside the PDF. So if you say, I want to design my own receipt, is it just colors? in that case, you can change it right here from Studio. Or is it more complicated than that and you want to change the places of elements? You want to call extra things from other places in Odoo? In that case, you have no other choice but to know how this works. And it's a bit of technical skills around XML and Python and the way or sorry or ORM works. So for this, typically on our side, basic time that we take, if a client says, I would like to revamp the document, it's between half a day and 1 day of work for an experienced consultant. So important to realize that you would need to learn it before you can do it yourself, or you can subcontract someone to do it. We have our developer on demand team that does that every day, and they are really good at that. So that's also some people that you can ask help for. This we need to do it all the time. We give more tools, otherwise illustrating on version 19 now, with the fact that you can hide a few sub-items. We need more, we give more tools from one version to the other for those kind of things, so that people can achieve more without having technical skills. But sometimes you need it, there's no other choice. Michel Strom is asking, will there be an Odoo Insider on September 18 at the experience, at the usual time, with Antoine and Arthur on stage for 2 hours, possibly with a special guest asking questions? I would like to. It's funny because we had a discussion with Arthur saying, okay, what could we do for the Odoo experience? And so far, your idea is good. The only thing is, it's such already a big thing and a lot of organization for the people that are making this happen, that I don't want to bother them with, I have my little thing on Thursday morning. Please find a spot for me at the event, because I think that everything is already so packed that it would be complicated. I'm pretty sure that Pauline or Aurel would kill me. I'm checking with you. Yes, you say yes. I've got here next to me that works with them, and he knows the amount of work that it is. Yes.
Yeah, and anyway, the show is already planned and packed, so we can't do last minute change. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
But even for next year, because we thought about that last time. I would love, at least if I'm asked, okay, can you host that? It can even be more than 2 hours. I would be glad to help, but it requires a proper setup. The idea of having this online, it makes it that a lot of people can ask questions. And anyway, I feel like the good thing with the Odoo Insider, like today, is that I can try to answer lots of things because of knowledge that is not excellent everywhere, far from that, but at least I know where to look for to find a beginning of an answer. When you go at the Odoo experience, you have all of Odoo is there. So if you have a specific question about accounting, about production, about anything, it's better to go and see the expert, because they will be there. So you won't have one person answering all of the questions, but you will have one person per question you have going even deeper in the questions. So I think that's also where you will have more impact. You wanted to say something in addition to?
Yeah, no, what you said, that there's going to be a ton of workshops also. So
yes,
if you want to be hands-on and find the solution yourself with an expert, there's going to be something.
That's it. You will find there will be lots of booths first of all, you have partners that will be there. Some of them will have references that use what you need. Then you have the Odoo. There's a small Odoo service zone or Odoo village, if you like, with Odoo consultant, and next to them we have the product owners. So if you have a question with a mix of the right people there, come to us, ask questions, and it will be a boosted Odoo Insider with this time a real experts and not me. So that would be even better. So Askavania is asking, is there a way to change the consumption from the shop floor app? Good point. I don't know, because we have been having a look at that from the backend, but from the shop floor, I don't know. Activate work centers, yes, blah blah blah. I will need to create a few extra manufacturing stuff. Okay. Let's create a new one. I'm not sure, by the way. Let's confirm this one. Can I assign it to myself? So am I on the same? Yes, okay. But I don't have any work orders. Usually work orders are more for the shop floor is more like for the work orders in work centers. and less for the consumption, but I will try something here and say that the components over there are consumed at that specific moment. Let me check if that's here that I need to say it. Yes, consumed in operation. Yeah, I need to add the operation here. So reusing the work center one. Yes. Okay, so I'm changing my BOM so that I'm saying, okay, I have an operation and I'm going to consume the components in, I need to save it first, yeah, in that operation. So when I go back here, I will create a new one, this with the work order good and with this consumed in that operation, I suppose, so that if I confirm this one in the shop floor, will I see it? Ah, astonished. Because it's not available for the components. Okay, I'm going to buy a few raw materials. Do I have purchase? No, I don't. Okay, that's really the application I'm always forgetting to install. No, it is there. Wait, then maybe change my access rights. That's the problem that I may have here. Service website, master data, contact. Yeah, okay, no problem. Services, supply chain, purchase. No, I'm purchase admin. Wait. Or did I play a bit with the access right last time? Because, no, it's okay. Good. I'm going to purchase raw materials. Yes, I'm going to purchase 100. Okay, good. Confirm, receive. All right. Okay, let's go back to my place here. They are available. Going back to the shop floor. I'm so not used to it. Which one was it? Number 5. Okay, I have the operation here. It's confirmed, but I don't know why I'm inactive. Can I edit? I can add components by product work orders. Yeah, but I cannot remove. So that is maybe what is a bit weird. So work order on manufacturing order number 5. That's where I should be. No, you can do it here. Okay. So summarizing quickly what I was doing. I revamped the bill of material to get to having a work order this time and say that the components are using that work order. Then once I plan, I assign it to me, I got the components so I could start this one. I activated here. I always struggle a little bit in the shop floor, which is not a place that I use a lot. And then when you start here, can I retry? Yeah, you have raw material product and you can change this raw material product. And so you could say I'm using less, applying here. And when you close the production, then you have consumed a bit less right there. That is what you can do. Register production for the end. So you could say I used less and I produced more. That will work as well. If I close the production and I go back here. So just before you see it was 1 to 5. And if I refresh now, it is 2 to 3. So you see you can change those numbers also from the shop floor. That was for Ask Vanya as well. Tony Schilcher is asking, is there a way to handle customer representative sales commission on an article or article category basis? So far, I have only found the options for sales bonuses after reaching a certain sales target, getting a flat percentage of article category revenue they sell. Yes, that's correct what you say. It depends how you want to accomplish it. So you are mentioning, and I'm going to do we have it named that way? Commissions here. You refer to what you have tested, the commission module that we have, and it's true that I think I need to reopen it because I never have had to use it in a real production environment. But if you go there, in the commissions, commission plans, you can decide. oops, Tony commissions, you have some amount sold, but there you have commission on article basis, so that you have because you have product or categories. So I could say it's only on the t-shirts. Yeah, and then would be better to have it in categories because for t-shirts then you need to create yeah, I'm so bad there. You will need to create so many different items. Here it is going to be long, so it's better if you have a category that is called t-shirts, of course. You do this option for sales bonuses after reaching a certain sales target. Yes, you want a flat amount, whatever the amount that is sold. But there you have that rate is good. Let me check. Yeah. But you need to reach that sales target. But if you put 0, would that work? So I'm just going to check this one because I'm curious that if you don't use a sales target, we can reach what you want, because what you want is commission article or article basis. That is working. We have this article or article category. That's what you are asking for. And then you say after reaching a certain sales target, and you don't want that. You want them to have it directly. That's what I understood from your thing. So I'm working and checking if we can have it already at the moment where we don't have a target. So I'm going here. I will create a new one. And I'm going to sell a few t-shirts, but I need to be sure that they are in the goods category, because that I'm not sure either. Category, okay, I need to put in the goods here. I'm going to sell, let's say, 10, and it will be at €10 each. So that's the amount. I'm facilitating this one so that we work with a round amount. So if I confirm, commission was on amount sold and not on invoiced, so we can check that. I have my commission, and now if I want to see commissions for this or that person, can I go here, refresh my screen so that I see the commission things, my commissions. I see I don't have anything there. Period should be over here. No, over here. Can I see something? Nope, no details. Yeah, I don't have. So the plan is active, right? Yes, the plan is active. Salespeople. Did I need to add some salespeople specifically? Yes, that's it. And okay, and here you see I have €5, which is 5% of the target of the commission that I created. So would that work according to what you wanted? Because I have the feeling I'm. Okay, you confirmed it. All right. I think you already answered it. That money was new to me. The rate should accomplish just that. Yes. Okay. So, Tony, I was afraid that you tested it already and that you would say the computation that I want, I cannot find it here. My answer would then have been go and work with a spreadsheet. In fact, a spreadsheet predates the commission plans, I think. I'm not even sure of that, but commission plans, the reason why we didn't introduce that already, like lots of versions ago, it's always the same reason. It's like the approval, and I think we found a good way to manage the approvals with Studio. Commissions, if you ask one company or the other how they manage it, they will all have different answers and solutions and way of commissioning. And it's good because you want to have something that is really specific to the enterprise. Our own way of commissioning, I'm not even sure it's in Odoo yet. We plan to have it there, but it's not there yet. And it has been years that we have salespeople and we don't commission them that way because it's sometimes easier to manage with a bit of Excel. And that being said, now you have Excel with Odoo together. So you could have also the possibility of saying, you know what, I'm going in the sales, I'm going to make some reporting. and you can go in the sales report here. I'm going to group by, and then you have quarters, sales people, salesperson, and you can say I'm only interested in ones that are sale orders. Non-recurring here because I have a subscription module installed as well. And so there I have the amount of me selling stuff, and I'm not interested in the quantity, I'm interested in the untaxed amount. That is it. And eventually, if you have different products, then you group it differently per product. And I would say I won't group per person, but per product category, for example. And I know that in the goods or in that subcategory, I would have 5%, 2% here, and 0% there, something like this. You put it in a spreadsheet, and then you could say, all right, those are the numbers, but the numbers for who? The numbers for Antoine, me. And I could say, I would like to, in the end, rather have a filter about the user so that I can filter and also say, Henri didn't sell anything, but Antoine, this is what he sold. I'm saving this. I know that I have a few percentages, and I could complete this by having percentages somewhere else that I'm bringing for the product. So here, if I want to know, yeah, but that is goods, it's 5%, what I could be doing is going on the product categories. Where do we have them? Yes, here, and say, you know, the goods, it's 5%. You say, yeah, it's not there. It's easy. We can add some quick field saying, okay, what is the commission rate? Going from here, I would go and select this, put in a spreadsheet, same spreadsheet. I have my categories, commission rate, and I would go and select this one, and this time I'm not selecting the display name, but the commission rate. You see, so 0% everywhere, so it's not very smart because I should have changed that before, so I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So now we have different rates. If I'm refreshing this one, data, refresh of data, that's what we have. And I could this time say so commission and go with that times VLOOKUP of services in my category up to false. Then I have yeah, it's another percentage. Then I should maybe can I directly do it here and split in divide it into 100? Yes, good. So I can do that. That would be better. So this. Keep in mind that it's not only a matter of changing the layout, not the layout, but the format of the cell. It's also a matter of quantity. So this is what I could have over there. Yes, I need to fix it. Wait, untaxed total. Yes, I need to fix this one right there. So that would be yes. And then you could have commissions on the other one. That would be here D1, but there's no non-category, so I would need to create it here. None would be 006. Those are the extra products, and then I don't know if it understands it as none or if it's understanding it as something different. But here apparently none doesn't work. That's fun. Okay, cannot find. No, it's not. It's it's D3. I'm being silly here. C3. Yeah, it's the amount times. So D3 times finding none in that place. But it's AC. That's what is not working. It's here AC over there, and that's what we would have. And so you have the total commission. That would be the sum of those two. All right. Just to show very quickly the kind of thing that you can accomplish if you don't want to use the commissions on Odoo side with the engine that we have. I'm very sorry for my voice. And then for your ears, but this is another possibility. And I think once the time it takes there, it can be very well, it can be much longer. That's what I'm doing right now, depending on the amount of people you have, the amount of categories, your skills with Odoo spreadsheet. But what I want to show is that for lots of things that involves computation or specific ways of doing, have a look at if spreadsheet can be the answer, because then after that, those numbers you can reuse them eventually in some invoices or amounts that you are going to pay your users, your employees. You keep that, you freeze it so that you keep the historical information. You duplicate spreadsheets if you want to have slightly different things for one employee to the other. Those are kind of things that you can do. Yeah, I would suggest those kind of tools if the commission system that you want is close to what you want, but not exactly that. Okay, we have another question from Naila Iqbal. We have a re-customer invoice template. Can our bank details be auto-populated based on the currency? So for a GBP invoice, or sterling bank details are in the footer, and euro invoice, euro bank account. Yes, you can do that. It's a bit of code, but you will see it's quite fast. So customer invoice, all right. We go here. I think that in other info you have recipient bank. So I'm going to create two banks. Bank account number 1234. It will be account holder. Why am I with branch 2? But that's the no. Okay. Let's retry 234. Bank blah blah bank. Don't care so much. Okay, bank information. Okay, blah blah blah. Nothing more is needed here. I think so. We don't have anything related to the currency, but that's not a problem. So I have that bank, and I will create another bank 2345 right here. Same bank, by the way. We don't care so much. Overwrite. And what you can do, because you're telling me, yeah, but we want to have different bank accounts. And I see every time it's taking a lot of time to save, and I think it's because of one of the changes we had last time in the automated actions, automation rules around, around journal entry. Yes, selecting the right journal. I'm going to archive this one because I think that's the one that is making us take a bit more time. This one as well. That's from last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. Hiding those ones. And I'm going to create another action saying, you know what, if it's in one particular currency, let's use this bank. If it's in another currency, let's use this other bank. And you can do it the following way. I'm just curious because it looks like I don't have the currencies installed. Okay. Currencies, do I have some more? Nope. Euro here, let's use the GBP. Okay. And I don't need even to play with different rates. What you want are just the fact that we mentioned different currencies. So if I have this, yes, now I have this. I have the selection of the currency over there, and I can say, now that I'm changing this, it will select another value for the recipient bank. And how you do that, you can go in an automation, create a new automation, change recipient bank based on currency for Naila, and then we go on account move, which is what is an invoice. I'm going to make a filter because I'm interested in only the account moves that are of type customer invoices. I'm going to save that. Yeah. That's the problem. I always, if you see me during the Odoo experience, Odoo Insider here, I'm always diving directly into the domains before I change the trigger. And the trigger, the thing that I don't like is that, and it's normal, it's going to change my trigger. My trigger is going to change my filter. So here I'm saying on UI change, and I'm going to say which field, and I want to do it on the currency change. And when the currency changes, I need to do something. But I'm going to apply this only on the types of documents that are, am I correct? Yes, equals to customer invoice. That's it. And I'm going to add an automated action that is update the record. And I could say, I'm trying to update the record instead of using the execute code. Execute code, you can achieve way more, but update records, I'm always trying to find if it's not easier than executing code, because not everyone speaks Python fluently or writes Python fluently, so I prefer to try to give you that information, especially since now there is some update with AI. So I wonder if we cannot do this. It's a good test. So it was the recipient bank. Yes. I'm going to do this and write it as a human. Bank account if the currency is euro, otherwise take the 2345 bank account if currency is GBP. Let's see. That is it. UI change, it's only execute code. So that AI thing will be for later, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm going to do that myself with Python. It's true, I'm forgetting this. The trigger, it will require Python. And that makes sense because usually the update with AI, it's a bit slower, and UI change, you can have it all the time, and sometimes there are UI changes in the fields and you don't even know it's happening because it goes so fast that you don't see it. But if you were to have things that are exchanged with the AI every time, then it will slow it down. So I get it. So I'm going to do it differently here. I'm saying, so recipient bank, I don't know what is the name of that field. Partner bank ID. Partner bank ID. And I'll be saying it should be I'm going to give the ID, in fact, directly. So this one is ID number 3, and this one is, the other one is ID, I suppose it's 4. Yes, 4. So 3 if record.currency ID or name, name equals euro. Else for that should be something like this. Field to update path. What is that? Record write. Yes, it's different here. I suppose it's not a record write. It's something different. I'm not sure about this one. Do we have no command blah 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 time record is different when we do it with execute code. I'm going to just copy paste that, save it here, okay, and over there recreate it. Yes, this time it works. I think that saving it had some previous information that it was trying to save, and that was making it not working. So good. I can close this one. I can go back to my invoice. I will remove that bank and I will save this. Okay, so no bank. Let's see if I can change that. GBP bank is selected, euro bank is selected. Cool. So GBP, you see it changing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is good. That's what we wanted. All right. I consider this a success. Do we have any other question? So Yes, Tony is coming back. If no other questions are open, no, I don't think so. How to best handle the duality of having multiple contacts for the same person? User login employee, or do I invite to a meeting? Can I force it? To keep a clean record calendar. In fact, usually you should have the same. You, you should have one record type per person if possible, but although it's not completely correct what I'm saying. So to start explaining the three different notions that we have around a contact, we have this. We have a contact, that's the easier one to remember. It's just a person in your address book, a person or a company. Then you have an employee. It's a person, but that works for you, and it's defined here in the employees. It's important to realize that you can have Odoo that is installed without the employees. So employee is coming from the HR application, and you can use lots of applications but the HR. So you could have contacts but not employees. But as soon as you install employees, Odoo needs to make sense of having that duality of employees and contacts. So if I create an employee, should I create a contact? And for lots of people it would be yes, some others it would be no, some others maybe it would be maybe. But so if I'm creating Tony Schilcher, here let's imagine we work together, and you see here I created you. And you see already there we have the third notion, that is a user. I was telling the contact, I was telling the employees, and then we have the users in addition to this. But did it create a contact? Let's have a look. We go here and we see Tony Schilcher, sorry, yes, that's Schilcher, is created as well. So you can see that because I created an employee, it generates automatically a partner. Because I'm saying partner. Why is it partner? That's because it's here the name that we use is res partner for Odoo. You can see it here, model is res partner, and that is what you are at that place, and that's also what you here were created from the HR employee, and here you would see that is different HR employee. Now from that person contact as well, and I'm going to finish that before answering your question, you can go there and say grant portal access. And now if I give you an email, I would say, let's imagine you are tony@odoo.com. I'm going to, maybe we have a real Tony, so I'm going to say Tony test. And if I say here grant portal access, I can grant access. We are going to receive something, and then in addition to being a contact and an employee, you are also now a user, and we can see you here, not as an internal user, but there is Tony Schilcher. Okay, there you are. Good, so you have now the three things. And who do you invite to an event? Usually that's always the contact, because that's the one that is the most simple record and that is linked to the other ones. You can see that from two different places, by the way, before I have a look at that together with you. From here, you see related partner, that's the contact that we are linked to. So if I go and have a look at your record here, you see Tony, and that's the one I created just a few minutes ago. You know, where I changed the email and so. So you have the user that is related to the partner, and if I go on the employee, you will see you have the same. Right here, I can say I'm linking you to a user, not this one. Yeah, I linked you to a user, but I cannot link you to a user that is a portal user. So I will need to make you an internal user for this to work. And do we have the link with, not sure I have the link with the contact there. No, we don't have it, but you have it there at the top, not as a field. But so you can see that triangle of a relationship between the same person, but in three different types of record. That's how you can manage it. And in terms of invitation to a calendar, usually you are going to use the notion of partner. So if I'm going here, creating something like, yeah, let's use a business lunch. Let's go on lunch together. All right, organizer, and then select attendees. You see here, I have lots of things that are not users or employees. Those are partners. So that's why I'm going to find you there as well, but as a partner. And I could save this, and it's going to send you a message. So if it's calendar related, I would say, in fact, you have no choice. Everything that is calendar related would be linked to partners inside Odoo. It's important because the discussion between partner, partner, employee, or user, it's not always your decision. If you go in the project management, or should go to the timesheet instead, but it's not installed. Timesheets, for example, you will see that it is linked to employees. Before that, it was linked to the users, and people were saying, yeah, but we don't want to pay users for timesheets. We said, okay, let's make it linked to employees instead. So now let's wait for it to be loaded. When you, well, I receive the question all the time. When you don't know, okay, what's the concept behind this employee, is it a user? The best way is to go on the data model and check. So like here, yeah, it's my timesheet, so we don't see the user because that should be mine. But if I go in all timesheets, then I will see here in this view, I see employees, and going there, if I'm in debug mode, I will see the relationship that we have, and there it will tell you, you see relation HR employee, so that means it will be HR, the HR model, HR employee, and not the REST partner. So that is important, and on your side, for invitations, that would be partners. And I think you just replied, I think the question came up when you create internal user first, then make an employee with the same email, then link it to the user, then when searching the name in calendar, it shows up twice. It could be. If you have two names, it could be that you have that. The order through which you link things can have an impact. But in that case, extra thing that you can do, data cleaning module. And we are going to merge things together. So let's imagine we did that, and I would have a second Tony person. What we could do, let's go here, contacts. If I have a second one, whatever the way it is created, and by the way, here I see I must have done something wrong because I see I changed the email. But if I go and create another one, Tony Dupe, with the same email or even with a slightly different email, like this, I go in the data cleaning. We have a few deduplication rule existing. If I go on this one, oh yeah, maybe I should explain. We propose already different objects that we try to deduplicate, so merge together. But we want to insist on the fact that it's about not having duplicates. So that's why we call it that way. If you go on the contact and you say deduplicate, it's going to propose a few items to deduplicate based on some rules that we have here. Do we expect an exact match, or do we expect a name that looks like case insensitive? And you see here, as I'm expecting an exact match on the email or on the name, or at least something that is just case insensitive but correct match, that's not going to give me anything. But if I change and go back in my contacts, and then this time I'm removing this, I suppose that there I would have one. Let's try. Still not. It's one that doesn't find it because the email is the same, right? Tony test and Tony test. But it's person and company. Okay. Let's try. Still not. There must be something here, because on the contact, all the rules, and it's not a company. We have some records, and we have those two. All right. Cross company. Maybe they are in different companies. I don't think so. No company linked to this one, and no company. Yeah, but I can do that. Or I could have selected cross companies. Then we find them. Okay, it's just the value that is different. And so we can say, okay, I would like to merge it. So pay attention. You could see that there are a few rules that are extra, and we want them to exist. If I click on merge, it's going to merge it. So now that we have that, here in the settings, you still have your user, but the information, like the partner information level of you, the partner information level is merged as well. Okay. Maybe we have the time for a last question. We have 10 minutes remaining, and I see that Dan on YouTube is asking, hello, after this, can you show me if I'm a front desk and want to add an extra text bar, it doesn't show up on the website login. I'm not sure what you want to accomplish. Dan, can you tell me if what you try to do is the following. From the home page of Odoo, because you say front desk want to add extra text bar, doesn't show up on the website login. You want to change. Let's go here. Let me check. That's the one. You would like to impact this and have a new extra search bar. If that's what you mean in terms of a homepage and in the website login, asking a new line here with extra information, that is long because you need to change two things. You need to change the web login page and controller and the fields that you want to handle. Potentially also the web sign up, because you see here in the sign up you ask extra things. Maybe you want to have the same between login and sign up. If that's your question, that is a bit longer because this it's typically one of the places in Odoo where you know you are going to take a bit of time in terms of development, and it cannot be done without development, by the way. This is where you would go. Do we have some web sign up? Yeah, that's where we have here everything that gets executed after you click. So of course, if you have a new field, maybe you want some control of the field quality or information, so that's why you would put it. And also at the end, what do you return if the information is incorrect? You see if you have an error, like here we couldn't create an account. There are a few extra things that maybe you want to add. That is the base one that we have in the Oat sign up module, but maybe some other places we extend it. Oat sign up. I can check in the enterprise module if maybe there are a few modules where we already extend it. I'm not sure. No, we don't. Yeah, so that's maybe one thing that you would like to have a look at. On the recepts one. Dan, can you tell me what you mean with the recepts? Is it, or maybe you meant receipts? Wait. Can you tell me exactly the screen that you mean? Because then your second answer on YouTube makes me believe of some POS changes, as you still talk about the front desk. So I'm not sure what you want. Tell me exactly the place where you want this, because the recepts one I don't know exactly what you mean. And I'm waiting. You have the last question of the day, so anyway, we can wait a little bit. I can talk to you in the meantime, because potentially that would be here that you want it, at this place. So when you start, because that looks also like a front desk extra check bar thing, but you mentioned website login, so but at reception, okay, maybe another question or another thing that it could be in terms of place would be at the moment where you go and you add things to the cart, and you want to add, because is it here at the address? So when you check out, adding a new field here, because you mentioned things related to the login and receptions. So I don't know if that would be there that you want it done. If that is it, that's also another place where you need also to manage the controller. So this is also development. That would be managing that form, the information that you put in the fields, the extra fields you want in the code of Odoo. That is not something that you can do easily on the SaaS. So I would say a bit of extra development knowledge would be required, unless you want to use, and here I'm going on my same place over there. If I click on edit once I'm in the sales process, or in the process of buying things on the website, you have some edition, you can say extra step, and that extra step here is going to be here extra info, and you'll see if I move on and I go a bit further, yeah, okay, phone, blah blah, you have after that right here some extra info, and this one you can change it, this place, because it's a form like any other, and you see you can click in the form and then you click on add fields, and you will have the possibility to add new fields like dance field. That would be working, but I don't know if that's exactly what you want. All right, I don't think you replied in the meantime. Kiosk setup one. Okay. Kiosk setup. So it's if you say kiosk setup, I suppose again that you mean this. Where is the point of sale? That you mean the following. You need to edit that in the configuration. You are going to say it's a bar, and you would like to use the kiosk setup. So we have another kiosk setup also in the HR attendance, so that's maybe another place. If you have it here, if I save that, yeah, no cash payment in the kiosk mode, I need to remove that. I will create another one so that it will be easier to manage. Oops. Kiosk one is a bar restaurant, okay, and then we say here kiosk mode. All right. So going here, if you start the kiosk mode, that's what you want, and you have order, and maybe you have a few things that you want to have. And again, if you want to add fields here, that would be a bit of development as well. But visitors, okay, then I see it's the attendance module then. Because for visitors, I don't even know if we have something specific for that. We have something for the HR attendance that can be in kiosk mode. Like attendance, right, config kiosk mode, like here, manual selection or RFID. Going to copy paste that, extra hours, blah blah. So that if you go there, that is maybe what you mean. And showing different things, but in fact, for lots of places like those ones, it's going on the view and displaying new things. And I don't know if that is what you meant, but that would mean going the HR attendance module and having a look at the views that we use, how to add new fields, and that is most of the time a bit of development. I'm checking here, but the basic HR attendance is in Odoo community. Yes, HR attendance. If I go here, I guess we have lots of JavaScript on this one. Right here, right there, and yes, the public kiosk. You would then need to go there and explain what you want in terms of interaction and XML, but that's not a place where Studio can help. There it's your development and extra things that you want to accomplish there. Sorry, Dan, it took a few steps to get to the notion of okay, the front desk and that part that is in Odoo. Okay, guys, it's time to wrap it up. It's precisely 11:30. So that's it for me. I'm going to have lunch and enjoy the rest of the day working on Odoo, as I hope you will do. We see each other next week for a technical session with Emanuele before another 2 other regular sessions for the rest of the month of August. Enjoy your time and working on Odoo. See you next week, guys. Bye-bye.